This episode is brought to you by Earth Mama.
It's time for season 3, bitches.
I'm Jessie.
And I'm Amanda.
And we're just a couple pregnant bitches navigating motherhood together. Welcome back, guys, to the Pregnant Bitches podcast.
Here we go.
Today, we are talking about vaginas. It wouldn't be a season without a topic of vaginas.
Or sex.
And sex. And, you know, we've talked postpartum before, but we haven't talked like specifically what happens like right after.
Right.
And I think like those first couple of days, weeks, like that first month, like I was blown away about like what was going on down there.
It's
and
a big blurb.
Zero fucking clue.
No one talks to you about it.
No one talks to you about it. So like the first question someone asked me was like, what happens like literally after you give birth? Like, okay, great, birth the baby.
Then what?
What does your vagina look like?
If you are birthing, obviously we're talking about birthing from your vagina.
Yes.
So once that baby comes out, you are probably, well, I know that we've had epidurals with the first, and then I want to get into how your vagina felt the second time around post not having an epidural. But once the epidural wears out, like your vagina is swollen, it's painful, you're bleeding. And if you had stitches, you like don't want to go near it. Like it's so painful. You can't even pee without that like bottle. It's really, really painful. And I said, 2 days after, Adam's like, let's go on a walk. Like, let's get out of the house. And like, we went on a walk, a 10-minute walk around the block.
Brutal.
And I came back and I literally felt like someone literally shoved like 10 fists up my vagina.
So painful.
It's so painful. The only thing that helped was those ice padsicles. Yeah.
No, because I feel like, especially if you have an epidural and you're pushing, you're not in tune with your body.
You don't
and
feel
you don't know what's happening. Like for sure, the difference of epidural to no. The non-epidural, I healed a lot quicker, faster because I had felt like I was in tune with my body
what was happening.
And I knew it was feeling good or not. But like the swelling, like that was awful. And then why the fuck am I having more contractions?
Yes.
That
no one told
threw
me that
off.
till I had the second kid. Like I didn't even know. Actually, truthfully, with the first, I didn't even know. I was like, oh, like I'm breastfeeding, pain, whatever. But the second time, it's like, holy shit, like you're having full on contractions, and that's your
awful.
Uterus.
You give birth to the baby and it's telling your body to like take your uterus down, and like the more you breastfeed, the more you have contractions.
But it's painful.
And the second time around, it's like way faster. Like the first time around, I had contractions for like a week. The second, it was like 2 days. It was just like boom, boom, boom,
it's
boom,
your
boom,
uterus
boom.
saying, okay, like we know what to do. Well,
I was like, kill me now.
It's
like,
very
are
painful.
We not done? Like,
I know, it's like you fucking carry the baby for 9 months, then you birth the baby, and then it's like your body's just like fuck you.
And then, it's like, okay, you start contracting, and then you have to start to have periods again.
Yes.
Because it's contracting.
Yes.
So like day 1 to 5, it's like heavy flow. Like you should be wearing like a big fucking pad.
I wear like a diaper, literally.
Yeah, you should wear a lot.
That ice patsicle saved my fucking life. That ice pack. People make them at home. I just I didn't have the patience to do it at home. I just wanted to like rip it out, put it on, and that ice like saved me. And I had a donut with the first one. It was the stitches. The second time I didn't have any stitches. So it was way easier. You need the donut
if you have stitches. You cannot if you have stitches, you cannot basically put pressure on that area.
So that donut kind of like lifted you up.
But be careful. Like I would be careful. Like you basically have a giant 4-week period.
Right.
4 to 6 week period.
Yes.
And I think like the level of bleeding changes throughout that time. Like it's very heavy in week 1. And then week like 2 to 5 is kind of like lighter. So you can go down a level of
It goes brown.
It goes brown. And you could even do panty liner at the end.
Yes. And then it turns yellow.
Yeah. It's more like dischargey.
And then it's like, okay, you're done. You're slowly getting out of that
And if you have really red bleeding like later, it might be a problem. Like you should talk to your doctor because it's supposed to change over time.
I agree.
But you might also see big clumps, which is that's normal. It's very normal.
As long as it's smaller than a golf ball is what I heard.
Oh, is that what they said?
Yeah,
okay.
As long as if you have clumps that are bigger than a golf ball, 100% go into emergency, talk to your doctor, get it checked out.
Yeah. Okay, that makes sense.
Yes.
But yeah, the clumps is basically like you're just having a giant ass period. Like think about
everything is coming out. Whatever
uterus.
Didn't come out once they took out your placenta and everything else, it's everything else that was in your body that your body's expelling and saying, okay, we're done. The baby's done. Let's get the shit out.
And if you have any kind of fever or anything, you should really go to your doctor or like pain because someone we know had like a piece of the placenta left in and that your body starts to have like an infection.
Yes.
It's scary.
Yes.
So at week like 4 or 5, I thought I didn't have any more bleeding. So I stopped wearing pads. I was just like wearing like regular clothes.
Oh my God. Tell me you walked out and then like you started bleeding.
One day I like felt like a zoom. And I was like, oh my God. And my doctor, she was like, be careful. Like, it's not fully done, like possibly till 6 weeks plus.
Right.
And I was like, fuck, I didn't even think about that. And then she also said the reason why you don't put anything up your vagina for the first 6 weeks is because it's still healing.
Stuff.
And they were like, imagine the size of the placenta on your like uterus. Like that's the level of
how big it opens.
Yeah. So you need to be very careful. She's like, do not put anything up your vagina. Do not go in a hot tub. Do not go in a pool.
You have to be very careful.
You could be in a bath over like a couple,
but like a lukewarm
weeks.
bath.
Yeah. Like nothing. And like only you, soap, like
everything.
Salts, like nothing like dirty.
Don't do anything.
Just be careful.
I agree.
Don't shove anything up there.
No,
please.
I agree. That's why they say wait to have sex till 6 weeks.
And then if you have an episiotomy, you should be like extra careful because that's how infections happen. So like the whole reason why you want the peri bottle is to clean the area
with water without actually like wiping. Firstly, you can't with stitches. You're not wiping your vagina.
No.
Without stitches, you can wipe your vagina.
Yes.
It happened.
Yes.
I went in. Same. I was able to wipe it. It was sore. Yeah. Truthfully, I still enjoyed using the peri bottle because
soothing.
You don't want to like wipe it hard. No. But if you have stitches, do not wipe your vagina.
No.
You can't. You can like catch the stitch.
And then you have to really use the peri bottle because I know people that had episiotomies, which is a lot of stitches.
Right.
And stuff can get in.
Right.
And that's how you get an infection,
right.
which is like no bueno. Like bad. You do not want that. That's
take care of your vagina.
Literally. Is tearing common?
Tearing is very common, especially with your first. Yes.
100%.
It's very, very, very common. But now, like seeing the doctors and listening to my friends giving birth and stuff, like they have learned new techniques on how to avoid tearing. But it really, depends on you. We talked about this with your second birth.
Yeah, I didn't tear.
You didn't tear with your second birth. I didn't tear with my second birth. Could it be a second kid thing or a third kid thing? 1000%. But like one of our girlfriends didn't tear with her first kid. So it really depends on you and your doctor and how the baby comes. Like you're never going to know if you're going to tear or not. I'm sorry. You're not. Until it happens, you can't go in being like, I'm not going to tear. I'm not going to tear. Like you hope not to tear. And if you do tear, there are so many things that you can do. Our vaginas are fine.
100%.
We have sex now. All is well.
I agree.
And you're going to be fine.
But I think like also some people freak people out where they're like, you can tear vagina to asshole, like, and I'm like, that is not common.
It's not
small tear, like, like level 1, level 2
is more common.
The full one is not that common. It happens.
No, it happens really if like your baby can't fit and they need to get the baby out, they're gonna fucking cut you. They're gonna do whatever they can to get the baby out.
Friend. The baby was coming flying, and the doctor was like, "You're gonna rip."
Yeah.
So your option is episiotomy or rip. And the girl was like, "I guess episiotomy like,
because it's like a nice, like they do it for you."
Okay, so all this postpartum shit really freaked me out. And I was like, what the fuck am I supposed to do with everything? So I went and like looked online and got like a different, like a little checklist of everything.
Right.
And I put it together because I was like, I need to like have everything in one place. And we actually made like a resource for people to like what to expect, how to prepare.
And it's funny that you just said that because we didn't really talk to each other about our vaginas and postpartum and all that. The first time around. Did you notice that? We never really talked about that. I feel like closer to the end, we were like, oh, like, did this happen to you? Did that happen to you? But like now in this stages, we're like, this is happening, whatever. But like, I feel like in the beginning, because we were all first time moms, we didn't really talk about it. Yeah, is that weird?
It's a taboo subject.
Yeah.
Like you're not going to be your friend like, hi, my vagina's gross, bleeding and disgusting. Right. How's yours doing?
Right. But like now I would totally call you and be like, help me. Like
you just, as time goes on and you've spread your legs to more and more strangers, like it's just, it is what
Here it is.
You don't care.
Welcome to my vagina.
You really don't give a shit. No, you don't give a shit. Like,
literally.
I had like 9 people's hands up there being like, I'm a student and can I try
You're like, sure.
And I'm like, I mean, it's there.
I get
it. So here's the list. Okay.
Let's go through it.
You need, and we made a little thing you guys can find on our site, but a little list. Obviously, we've talked about like pads, different sizes, postpartum underwear. That's like the mesh underwear.
The mesh underwear. I love the mesh underwear.
Or there's underwear like that maybe you could like fit a pad in.
Yes.
Like the padsicle thing. thing.
The Patsicle thing, yeah.
Colds. The Perry bottle, obviously.
We love that Perry bottle.
Sitz bath, we've talked about a bajillion times. Epsom salts, that's for the bath. Flushable wipes.
Like the flushable wipes, like sometimes here and there.
And then perineal spray or balm. And then
I really want to talk about this. I love this brand, Earth Mama. Personally, the nipple balm and the perineal balm is like my favorite thing that I used. And one of the main things before we dive more into it was that I had really bad.
Can I actually have the nipple balm?
Yeah, you can. We're going to give it to you right now. I really love it. And there you go. It's incredible. So what I loved about and why I found this brand was that when you are breastfeeding, especially in the beginning, when your milk is coming in, your nipples are sore, they bleed, everything hurts. Your doctor can prescribe you a medicated version, but you have to wash your nipple after you take the medicated version, which for most of them, which I thought was absolutely absurd, because I'm not going to put this on for 2 seconds and then if I need to feed my kid again, wash my boob. I'm not standing in the fucking sink washing my tit. I'm washing my boob in the fucking shower or the bath. I'm not whatever. Earth Mama has this amazing fucking nipple butter. It smells amazing. And I also love their quirkiness to it.
I know.
So,
wow. Guys, my
Earth
nipples
Mama
are great.
vegan nipple butter. Make yours cherry with this plant-based non-sticky way to moisturize dry skin. And again, they're repeating it also. No need to wash off before nursing.
No, it's huge. That's
what hit me right away when I was like, I fucking love it.
This is also on our list, nipple butter. We just jumped there.
My favorite is Earth Mama nipple butter.
But they also have the vagina thing.
Okay, I also used their perineal balm. Is that how I'm pronouncing it? Perineal balm.
I know, it's like a tongue twister.
It's a tongue twister, but perineal balm.
Also, where the perineum, I wasn't totally sure where it was. I'm just considering it this. Vagina,
vagina to basically to bum.
The part of your part that the baby comes out.
Smells absolutely incredible. And so what I would do is I would put the Patsicle on. You can there's a spray also that I use. And then this is what I would put on.
Yeah. And
I would put it on and it smells good.
And you can put that in the fridge.
You can put it in the fridge to cool it off.
Yeah, whatever
and
you're doing.
Literally, I love all their stuff. You want to smell
it? Ooh, it's pepperminty.
Yeah. Right? And it's just you can put it on your skin. It's all natural. I love so it helps soothe angry swollen tissue so they'll stop yelling at you. I fucking love that. They are yelling at you. That's literally what they're doing because no one wants a disgruntled perineum.
No, literally your vagina hates you.
It smells
After you give birth, your vagina hates you.
These were my two favorite products that I used postpartum.
And you should I would bring those with you. We have it on our checklist. I would bring them with you to the hospital because you don't know if you're going to be there for 1 day, 5 days. And if you're there for 4 or 5 days, maybe you need that.
You need it
instantly.
My favorite too.
So that was on the vagina section.
Right.
And then in the boob section, we have the balm on there, nursing bras, nursing pads.
Yes. I really liked I ordered it off Amazon, just when you're breastfeeding and then the milk nursing pads. Is that what you're talking about? That's things that go into your okay.
Just the pads. And then we have some other things on here that you guys can download and check it out.
Yes.
But yeah, I think it's really important. We talk a lot about caring for yourself later in your postpartum, but that immediate
right away start taking care of yourself. I agree.
You really need to realize that you just went through something super major and maybe society doesn't put a lot of emphasis on this being a huge thing.
I agree.
But all other moms will tell you it's
take care of yourself. And honestly, the first time around we talked about it, Arlo was in the NICU. I didn't do anything until a week after. And the second time around where I came home from the hospital, day 2, and I started doing the sitz bath and I started using the perineal cream and the nipple butter and everything, my entire body was so much happier with me versus waiting even a week. It's literally exactly what you said. The first 24 hours and on, The most important.
Most important. And it really like, so this is like, we wrote like a couple like go-to things. Like,
read them out for us.
Okay. So how to heal your vagina. The goal is to keep your vagina clean and dry. Like that is the name of the game. You need the peri bottle. That's to wash it. The sitz bath helps you soothe it. The padsicles also soothe it. Showering. This was like a tip that my doctor, I don't know, my friend told me was like, you can like wash your hair and your body and like just let the soap kind of like slowly fall down and you don't have to like,
you're not rubbing your vagina.
But it gets soapy and kind of like cleans it itself. Out.
Your body knows what to do. Like it's clean, it's cleansing itself.
You just have to like not put it in a worse situation.
Exactly.
And then the donut, obviously for sitting if you have stitches.
But that's 4 stitches. Like the second time around, I didn't need the donut.
I agree.
So it's, if you have stitches, I would 100%
If you don't have the stitches, don't donut. And then like the stool softener is, I mean like,
I took it. I think we talked about this. Honestly, the squatty potty saved my life. You're sitting up, your legs are up, you're more comfortable, just like be in a position. And honestly, please don't stress yourself out about the shit. Like you're gonna shit.
It's gonna be fine. Yeah. Just use the stool softener.
People really just like scare you, hype you up for no fucking reason.
I agree. And then obviously we didn't have C-sections, but we learned a lot from our friend Nicole. And one of the things that she was telling us is like, if you've had a C-section, you can kind of expect a lot of similar things to happen with the bleeding, because whether the baby came out through your tummy or your vagina, your uterus is still contracting. So you can expect to have like the period cramps. You can expect to have the bleeding. You need the pads. You need all that. You might not need the donut, or you might not need like the perineal spray. I don't know. Like maybe you do. Maybe it is.
Maybe it is still.
But you definitely are going to be bleeding. So you definitely need the pads. You definitely need all that. Like it's not.
I agree. And we have all of this in our postpartum guide.
Yeah.
Checklist. It's amazing.
And then I want to talk about sex.
Let's talk about sex, baby. Let's talk about you and me. Okay, sex. What do you want to know?
When did you have
sex?
So, how long?
So with Arlo, remember it was like, hi, how are you doing? Is your vagina bleeding? No. Okay. I checked myself. I stuck 2 fingers up my vagina and I was like, you're good to go, babe. And
what were you looking for?
I was just like making sure it wasn't painful.
Right.
Like if I stick 2 fingers up my vagina and it's not painful, I could stick a dick up there.
Poor Adam. That's really.
So we had sex at 5 weeks, but then the second time around, I wasn't ready till around 6 or 7 weeks. I was like, no, like I'm still a little sore, which is funny because I didn't rip. So everyone is different. I know people who didn't have sex for like 4 or 5 months. I know people who still haven't had sex. They're like 8 months postpartum.
That's a different ball game though, I feel like, because you just like don't feel sexy. Like only now do I start to feel like, oh, I can wear like somewhat normal clothing again.
Right.
I'm not like
you're not an ogre.
Yeah, that's what I feel like.
Yeah, no, I get it.
Because you're sweating and
you're gross.
smelly.
Honestly, I totally agree with like, don't even like.
It's not even the 6
you don't want to do it.
You don't want to do it.
You don't want to do it.
You're not like excited at all.
No.
But I think once you start to get into the mood a little bit, like I feel like it's like 8 weeks. Maybe I guess you're different. 5 weeks. For me, it was like
corn dog.
Clearly. Who bets if a man is gonna have a third kid or not? I think yes. It's gonna happen soon.
Soon.
Give her a couple glasses of wine.
Give her a couple glasses of wine. Let's go, Adam.
No, I think, and I like, was it? I don't even think it was enjoyable the first time.
The first time wasn't,
like,
but you know what? I'll tell. The first time wasn't as enjoyable. I was like, is it weird? Is it weird for you? Is it weird for me? He was like, can you just shut up? Like, I kind of wanted to know what was going on for him. Like, did you never have like, is it different?
Right. Like, does it
feel different for you?
Like, did they stitch me up well enough?
Yeah. Like, is it okay?
It's true.
He told me it's fine, but I feel like he'll never tell me if it's different. No. They will never tell you if it's different.
If he's not looking at you, the baby coming out, he's definitely not telling you any updates on this situation.
No.
Okay, so the one thing we didn't really talk so much about sex in our resource, but like you can find lots of other interesting tips in here. I even made diagrams of the kind of tearing.
It's beautiful. Or just send Amanda a message and I'll let you know all about sex.
Oh God. Okay, so honestly, what I realized the second time around was that I think I was using like all the wrong things the first time around. Like I was using like the wrong creams, the wrong sprays, the wrong everything.
I agree.
Like, that's why I was like really careful this time around. Like I was very specific with what I used on me during pregnancy, postpartum, on the babies. Like it's all connected. Like I feel like if you're going to like use really clean stuff on yourself, like why not use it for your kid?
Exactly. And whatever products you use on your kid, that's perfect for you as well.
Right.
So are there any like specific products that like you tried the second time around that you were like, oh my God, this is amazing?
Yeah. Like my rule of thumb was like, it's not that there shouldn't be a product that's just good for a baby. Like it should be good for everybody. Like I should be able to put like my nipple balm on my baby.
Yes.
On their bum.
Yes.
I actually did that one time.
Yes.
Like that whatever.
Nipple
Earth Mama
butter,
nipple balm. I put that on his bum one time because I was like, I ran out of the other stuff.
Right. And you're like, it's
a really good quality
that's what I like that.
thing. Like
and
I
if
am
your
not putting
baby can suck on your nipple with that balm, you know that it can go anywhere.
Right. And I'm not putting fucking Vaseline that they've proven and baby, all that stuff. Like, no, thank you.
Right.
But yeah, so I like the Earth Mama line, like in general. Like I used like that the nipple stuff and the perineal balm.
Right.
But I also use their baby line. They have like a really good clean body wash.
Oh, I love that.
And they have this like, you know, like when their cheeks get really rosy in the winter. It's like a cute little like thing. I actually keep it with me. Like a little like thing. I use it on Benny now too. Even though it's summer, like I find he still gets like I don't know. Sometimes.
Well, I feel like if you put it on him, like, and I feel like we can use it on ourselves too.
100%.
Yeah,
and it's organic. It's like really like good quality. Very, very good.
Good.
See?
Yeah, I like it.
And like they have baby oil too. Like they have like the whole line of stuff.
Okay, well, when I have my third kid, I'm gonna check it out. But I love that you love that.
I love it for Benny. It's great.
I honestly
it's really great.
love all their stuff that I've used for myself.
I know.
So I can't wait to use it on my kid.
I think like honestly, once you find like a brand or a company that you like you just like stick with the line of stuff because you know it's gonna be good stuff. Like I don't find I'm like bouncing around a lot of different things. Like I'm kind of using my couple things on this. And also like once your kid gets used to that, like you don't want to switch it up too much.
Agree 100%.
Because like now you know they're not going to have a reaction. Like,
I love it.
God forbid they have like you use a different soap one day. I think I did that one time.
Yeah, no, they can totally react to it.
You know, it's funny. I used this one brand on him one time and he started screaming at me like, don't use that. That's the hurting soap. So like they do react. So you got to be careful.
I'm glad that you found a brand that you love.
Yeah,
and I love it for myself. So now I can't wait to try it on my kid.
Which
there we go.
If you're going to just keep having some more sex so you can
I'll just keep having sex, and we're going to use all of the products.
Love it. Okay, so guys, don't forget if you want our postpartum, this is a cute pic.
Yeah.
If you want our postpartum resource, it's
going to be there. We
on
could
our
also
store.
Link some of, we can add in the Earth Mama stuff that we talked about.
Oh yeah, the links to the stuff. I think you should, I would definitely check it out. I think it's good. Like we said, always like we use all of our products that we talk about. Like, it's not, we don't like promote anything that we don't love and use.
Unless we are using the products ourselves.
We would never tell you to use it. No. Ever. So this is like our honest, true opinions. Yeah.
There you go.
Anyway, see you guys next week. I don't know what we're going to talk about, but I'm sure it's going to be fun.
Yay.
See ya. Bye.